I just remembered why we are here at this stretch of the LizaTheMalamute road. So this is, let's say, the second, third of the middle part. So our house is on the beginning, on the first part, and this is, let's say, the middle part. In a couple of videos ago I was telling about, one school incident that happened. Lizzie, pridi, grijeva tukaj danes. Liza wants to go to the short, for the short route, but I want to go a little bit longer. So one time, and I remembered that there was let's say, a similar incident, but it was more let's say, tragic, hurtful than the one that I have described before. So I was in elementary school, primary school. I think it was the middle of summer. My grandmother and we went with bicycles to the main cemetery, and we basically we were on our way back. So we were coming from that direction towards this, so towards my current location. So as you can see here, you have some bars and bakeries, but in those days one of the businesses here was a store, small general store, convenience store. And I remember we were basically, all this street was basically full of cars, because everyone was waiting for the train to pass. The rails, is that correct? Guardrails, okay, guardrails for railway were down. Everyone was waiting. Usually it's a minute or so. And a lot of cars it was basically a lot of cars here waiting for the green. And then was one kid who tried to run across the street at the moment when the cars started to move. And of course, one of the cars that just wasn't basically stationary and was basically driving didn't see the kid, and it hit him. And from basically, I don't remember a lot from that incident. We were about 20 meters away, also waiting with our bikes to cross the railway. But I just remember that I saw he was carrying plastic bag, carry bag, and I just remember he had a loaf of bread inside. I don't know if he had anything. I just remember the bread, how it flew from his hand in the air, and in the other hand he had a bunch of coins and bills, banknotes, and all that also flew from his hand when he was hit. But yeah, fortunately, because the street was busy and the guy was closing to stopped vehicles or vehicles that were just barely moving, he didn't have a lot of speed. So the kid was okay, he survived basically no bumps and bruises, that was all. But yeah, he was quite lucky, because if the car would had even a little more speed, it could end the other way. So yeah, it's funny how such incidents you can recall several years later. Of course, you remember only parts of the incident, but yeah, still. So this is why, of course, I also crossed the street outside the official channels, ways, not using the zebra or the crossing. But yeah, I'm always aware. I always make sure where the cars are, if I have enough of time or distance to safely cross, because this is, let's say, quite a major road, 4 lanes, 2 in each direction. Officially there are only 2 lanes, so 1 in each direction, but because it was constructed so wide, 2 lanes can fit on 1 official lane. So yeah, this is another story that I remember from the childhood. So yeah, while you are walking the dog, if you don't have anything to do, you just your mind wanders and you start remembering different things from the past, what happened. But yeah, Liza is just looking around. As you can see, the large piles of snow are still here, still slowly melting away. But yeah, everywhere else is gone. Inspection in front of so this is a self-service restaurant. It used to be quite popular. Well, it still is, but I still remember. So because the factory, or now industrial zone, is just across the road, but here used to be a lot of trucks. I remember a lot of police officers came here on the break. Plus, because you have student dormitory and two secondary schools there, secondary vocational schools there. So they are quite busy still. So yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and we will see you later. Bye.